Welcome to the video. It's your boy Adam. We are back with another one. Before you buy yourself a used Audi, it is very important for you to request all of the previous maintenance records that was done to the vehicle, because these cars are notorious for having issues. You just picked up your Audi and you had no idea it had hidden issues, which will be detrimental, because not only that you are financing the vehicle, now you have to spend a shitload of money just so you could get it back on the road again. And that is really frustrating, because all of your hard-earned money, it has gone to the vehicle maintenance because someone didn't do their homework properly. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys a couple of things that you guys should look for before you pull the trigger. So if you live in North America and you are looking for an Audi between the year 2009 and 2012, most of the times these vehicles burn oil. So it is very important to request previous maintenance records. Every single Audi that I've seen, or every single Audi that I've always been around, has always been an issue where it would burn a ridiculous amount of oil. And this is coming from experience. As for myself, I purchased an Audi B8 2009 when I was young, and I didn't know it had an issue where it was burning a ridiculous amount of oil, so I didn't request the maintenance records. But now in this particular Audi, I did request the maintenance records, and I found out that the vehicle had the engine rebuilt by Audi completely free under warranty. So the pistons, the piston rings, and everything else that goes along with it. So it's very important that you either do an oil consumption test or have a record of the maintenance that was done to this vehicle, because replacing a motor or having a full engine rebuilt will cost you anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000. Another thing is, please check the lower and upper control arms. So what you could do is, when you do go see the vehicle, turn the wheel hard left, hard right, and see if you hear or feel any clicking. And when you do a road test, drive it over speed bumps and go really slowly so you can hear if there's any creaking, because that is a telltale sign that control arms will need to be replaced. You could take a look at it once you turn the wheel all the way hard to the left. Get yourself a flashlight, take a look, don't be afraid, and you can see if the bushings are worn out. So if that is something that the owner has disclosed to you, then obviously that is a negotiation tactic where you could bring the price down. He could bring the price down for you a slight bit, where you could take care of it on your own or have him to take care of it. Because once the control arms go, the vehicle will not drive straight. It will somewhat be all over the road, and it will possibly fail safety if you are planning to do it on your own. Open up the engine bay, get yourself a flashlight, and look for any leaks. The problem is, when you look from underneath, you cannot see anything because there is a splash shield. It does help with the aerodynamics of the vehicle, but when you look at it from the top end, you could see that if there's any liquids that are pulled up on the top side of the undershield, that is also a telltale sign that the vehicle leaks some oil. And if it does leak some oil, then obviously it's going to be an issue for you, because that's something that you will have to maintain and take care of, because it will mess up your driveway. And also, since you already have the engine bay open, what you could do is you could rev the engine, or have someone rev the engine with you, so you can listen to the turbo and listen for a issue called the wastegate rattle. Sounds like a Wheel of Fortune wheel clicking, and I did have that issue on my previous Audi that you must pay attention to, because obviously you're spending all this money. You don't want to buy a brand new turbo. You just want to make sure that everything has been maintained and everything sounds good. When you're going around the vehicle, make sure that you do inspect the tires, inspect the brakes, because obviously you don't want to be responsible for doing that. You want to at least have the previous owner take care of that for you, or use it as a negotiation tactic. So maybe if the price comes down just enough that you could do it on your own, and it could be a little project for you on the side. When you're inside of the vehicle, make sure that every single button works. So click every single button, including the sunroof, see if the full function works, play around with the heated seats, the air conditioning, hear if the compressor comes on as well, and make sure that it blows cold air. Turn it all the way to the heat, see if it's blowing hot air as well. Just go around the vehicle, look for any wear and tear on the seats and just pretty much anywhere else. There's also an option in the dash where it will test every single sensor. You can hit that and it will run through the tests, and if anything does come back, then you know that there is an issue with this vehicle. Also, bring your OBD2 scanner and hook it up to the vehicle and scan for every single codes and see if anything does come back after doing a road test. So just because what people would do is they would clear the codes, and when you plug it in and scan the vehicle, then obviously it's not going to tell you anything. If there is an issue after the road test and you do plug it in and it does come back, then that means there is a problem with the vehicle. So it is very important for you to do a pre-scan and post-scan after doing the road test, because obviously you're spending your hard-earned money. And don't feel embarrassed, don't feel shy, just make sure that he or she is okay with it, because like I said, you're spending money, so make sure everything is done properly. At the end of the day, remember, you're buying a used German luxury sedan, so be sure you get all the maintenance records, or the maintenance records for all the important items, like having maintenance on the turbo, the engine, piston rings, or anything like that, because at the end of the day, these cars are very expensive to maintain. Don't be afraid to take it to your independent mechanic to make sure that they do look at the vehicle inside and out to make sure everything is okay. There's a lot of things that you may not see. I've been burned before, so I don't want you guys to be burned as well. And that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to hit me up. My Instagram will be in the description box. If you guys have any questions, comment down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.